Mercedes' big upcoming upgrade has been talked in and around the paddock during the last couple of races. And now Mercedes has finally explained what it intends to achieve with the enhancements it's bringing to the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix this weekend. Will this really be the upgrade that brings Mercedes back to the top of the F1 pyramid? Join us as we uncover everything that's been said about the upcoming W14 upgrade. Andrew Chauvelin, Mercedes' technical director, discusses the team's forthcoming developments. While Mercedes expects that the new parts will enhance speed in qualification and racing, it appears that this is simply the first step towards a comeback to the top of the grid. Chauvelin discusses why the changes were made. Mercedes has been releasing updates during the season. The British squad announced at the outset of the season that big changes would be made in Imola. Chauvelin outlines the reasoning for the changes. Andrew Chauvelin says Mercedes thinks their new development direction gives them a better chance in the long term of being able to challenge for race wins and world championships. Mercedes opted to take a different development path with the car after the first race of the 2023 season. The first steps in this new approach will be shown in Imola next weekend, and the team has already announced that W14 will receive new suspension parts and bodywork. Now, trackside engineering director Andrew Chauvelin discusses what the team is hoping to accomplish with these enhancements. Well, if we go all the way back to the Bahrain test and the Bahrain race, that was where we realized that we didn't have a package that was going to allow us to fight for a world championship, Chauvelin said in Mercedes' Miami Grand Prix debrief video. And if we continued on that same development direction, we wouldn't end up in a position where we felt we could challenge Red Bull. So it was around that time that we took some decisions on how we develop the car, how the car works aerodynamically, how we shape the characteristics of the car, so how it is in terms of handling. What we're going to be bringing to the track at Imola is the first step really of that work. This takes quite a long time to develop in the wind tunnel. You can't just do these things overnight, but the Imola package are the first steps in that direction. Now we're hoping to bring other updates later in the year. We do hope that it's quicker. We hope it's better in terms of qualifying and race pace. But as I said, the key thing is we're not just looking to bring a lap time update. We're looking to head off in a different development direction, one that we think gives us a better chance in the long term of being able to challenge for race wins and world championships, the Briton concluded. So in light of this upgrade, the Mercedes team has once again felt the need to temper expectations of a significant improvement in car performance, while introducing car modifications at the forthcoming race in Imola. Mercedes has tried to manage expectations ahead of the highly anticipated improvement package for the upcoming Formula 1 race in Imola. The performance gap to runaway championship leaders Red Bull in the initial rounds of the 2023 season educated the Brackley-based team, who admitted that they went in the wrong design path during the inaugural race in Bahrain. While Mercedes was never wedded to some aspects of their car, such as the skinny zero-side pod design, the performance difference forced the team to reconsider their design philosophy. With the team having just one podium finish in 2023, Lewis Hamilton's second position at the Australian Grand Prix, its drivers, and especially the fans, have great hopes for what the wave of improvements will bring for the remainder of the season. The changes, termed as a large surgery by team principal Toto Wolff, would feature a new floor, suspension, and bodywork. Although Mercedes are expecting big improvements due to the big upgrade, Toto Wolff has deflated any hopes of a rapid resolution to Mercedes' troubles by claiming that there is no silver bullet that would unlock a half a second of performance. Mercedes will introduce changes in Imola that Wolff has previously described as large surgery, aimed at resolving the W14's uneven performance. However, the team head is eager to dismiss any hopes that Mercedes will instantly unlock lap time from any changes, citing the extensive correlation work required with their simulations. We need to manage our own expectations, because we're bringing an update package that's going to consist of new suspension parts and bodywork, said Wolff to media. But I have never in my 15 years in F1 seen a silver bullet being introduced, where suddenly you unlock half a second of performance, so I very much doubt that's going to happen here. According to Wolff, Mercedes has been stuck trialling severe configuration changes between Lewis Hamilton and George Russell to get to the heart of their problem, with the enhancements aimed at removing certain variables from the equation. He added, "What I'm looking forward to is that we take certain variables off the table, where we believe we could have introduced something that we don't understand in the car, and to go more to a stable platform. Then we should see where the baseline is and what we can do from there. Wolff believes Mercedes will get the most out of the forthcoming triple header, which includes the Monaco Grand Prix. It's good to have 3 races in a row to understand what's actually happening, and then it gives us maybe a little bit of a buffer later on to filter that, and then take next decisions of what to do in terms of updates. Monaco between the two is something where it's a single lap issue, and a tyre that comes into life quickly. None of that we do good, so let's see where we are in Imola. Mercedes is due to bring a slew of changes to the next race in Imola, and these will certainly bring a lot during the triple header, if we believe Toto Wolff. But George Russell is doubtful that they would significantly enhance the W14's performance. George Russell has dismissed concerns that Mercedes' planned modifications for the upcoming Grand Prix will significantly improve the team's chances. The Silver Arrows are now competing with Aston Martin and Ferrari for the title of second fastest team in Formula 1, with Red Bull proving to be the class of the field at the front. Mercedes sits third in the Constructors' Championship with 96 points after 5 races in 2023, 6 points behind Aston Martin, despite the Silver Arrows having just 1 podium result in the last 5 races, with Lewis Hamilton finishing second in Australia. Mercedes' Emilia Romagna Grand Prix upgrade package comprises new suspension and bodywork features. Team principal Toto Wolff, on the other hand, dampened expectations of the new parts, offering a major improvement in form, and Russell mirrored his boss's views. There's a lot of expectations on Imola, but we finished 30-odd seconds behind the leaders in Miami, and we still finished quite a bit behind Aston Martin's Fernando Alonso, Russell told Sky F1. For sure, it's going to take us a step in the right direction, but it's not going to transform things. Let's hope it does. The car's a little unpredictable at the moment, so hopefully it exceeds our expectations in the next race, but it's going to be a bit of a long journey. Lewis Hamilton, just like his teammate George, advises that fans should not expect to see significant improvements right away. Well, it's all a bit of an unknown, Lewis said. It's not like I have a 1-second upgrade coming, which is what I need. But it's something. It's a step in the right direction, hopefully, for us to really be able to progress. In terms of the latest race in Miami, the Briton was satisfied with his comeback effort from P13 to P6, so it's difficult to say that the car is really bad. But up until now, it wasn't what fans were expecting. But Lewis Hamilton has made the most of it. I don't know about the strategy. I don't know if that was optimum. Maybe it was. It was definitely difficult at the start, being in the DRS train with a bunch of cars, and trying to get past the Williams, which is always quick on the straights. Eventually, I was able to start making headway. Once I'd done my stop and got back out on the hards, I was able to really push. The car came alive midway through the race. From 13th to 6th, I'm pretty happy with that. I enjoyed the race. I had a lot of fun, just making my way through. It's nice to have a battle with people. Thank you to the team for keeping their heads down and continuing to push, Hamilton concluded. It's safe to say that everyone is expecting a lot to happen for Mercedes when they arrive in Imola, but they aren't too sure about it. Yes, of course, other teams will bring updates as well. But as we're moving into the second season of these regulations, we can assume most teams have had the upgrade with the biggest leap. And a team like Red Bull is surely coming to a point where each upgrade brings less time to win. So, with Mercedes being the last team to bring their first big improvement, it's easy to assume it will definitely skyrocket their chances for the remainder of the season. Do you agree with that? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. We'd love to discuss these upcoming upgrades with you. It will be interesting to see just how much pace these big upgrades will bring to the W14. And we think a lot of fans will be glad to see that the zero pod design will most certainly be removed from the car from this weekend onwards. Leave your expectations for this weekend's race in the comments down below. Thanks for watching today's video, and we'll see you in the next one.